What's going on, guys? It's Yugi Bros, and today we have a very unconventional video for you featuring Floowandereeze of all decks. So I didn't expect this to do much, but let's go over some things, shall we? First off, we're going to start out with a Pot of Extravagance, and we're going to draw into both a Gold Sark and a Unexplored Winds. Now, the thing with Floo is that their field spell is 33 points, robbing is 33 points, and the Quick Play is 33 points. So if you were to realistically play one of each of them, you can't play anything else that's any amount of points except for a single 1-point card. Gold Sark by itself is 10 points. So you're going to ask yourself, how are they fitting that in there? And of course we get drolled off the Pot of Extravagance, so we're just going to pass to them. They're on 6 Sams. I haven't seen 6 Sams in I don't know how long. And they're going to start out here with one of the new ones, Tactical Trainer, and then they're going to special keys on. And then they're going to immediately Synchro 6 into the new 6 Samurai Shien, who's actually kind of cracked. If he Synchro summoned you at a 6 Samurai monster or a Shien effect monster from deck to hand. And then the other guy here triggers, where if he's sent from field to grave, he adds a 6 strike card from deck or grave, and then he gives the 6 Samurai Synchro the effect that monsters we control lose 500 attack. So it's kind of a lot of things going on here, so that Shien's got the continuous effect. They get double assault through Tactical Trainer's effect, and they get Great Shogun Shien through Shien Synchro. I don't think there was a previous way to get to this outside of 6 Scrolls, which was a terrible card. So then they special summon Anarchist, because both him and the other new guy both can special summon for free if you have a 6 Sam. And then they drop Great Shogun Shien, which is kind of nuts. Then they're going to double assault here for the keys on. And then they're going to, I believe, Synchro 7 for Moonlight Rose Dragon. Then they're going to get Anarchist's effect, who, if sent from the field to grave, gets a 6 Sam Quick Play spell. Keep in mind, it only gives the 6 Samurai monster Synchro that extra continuous effect. So they go and get Asceticism. Then they go to Battle Phase, because it is turn 2, because we did pass off the droll. And they swing for, I believe it's 74 here. But then, still in Battle Phase, they can activate Cunning, which says you send a face-up 6 Samurai monster you control the grave, then target a 6 Samurai in either grave and special summon it. As long as you have a 6 Sam in grave already, which they do, you can send and then target the same thing, which is actually crazy in this deck because these negates are not hard once per turns, they're soft once per turns. So if like this had already negated a previous effect on ours on their turn, they could then Cunning it, bring it back, and then its effect negation is online again. But in this case, they're just going to use it to swing again directly, and unfortunately that's just game out of nowhere. So on to game 2, and you're going to see some real funky crazy things in here. So first off, we're going to Shifter and Draw Phase, and I get you're like, okay, wait, first Gold Sark, now Shifter, how are we fitting all of this into Floowandereeze? Shifter's 10 points, Sark is 10 points, what are we doing? What are we not playing? In addition to that, we're going to Shifter and Draw Phase, so screw this Droll and Lockbird. Then we're going to Extrav, finishing our 6 to draw Unexpected and Eaglin. We're going to Swallow's Cowrie, the Eaglin, which will get banished here, give it a second, because it tributes a winged beast from hand or field to add a winged beast from deck to hand with the same level of the tributed monster. So this gets Robin, and then we go Robin chain 1, Eaglin chain 2. Y'all have seen the Floo combo before. There's nothing different here. We're going to add Toucan, and then we're going to grab the Eaglin. Eaglin will add M-Pen, and then we're going to tribute both of them for summoning M-Pen, and then M-Pen chain 1, Robin chain 2. And then M-Pen is going to grab the Trap card, Dreaming Town, and then we're going to normal Toucan to get the Eaglin back before setting 2 and activating Unexplored and passing. So keep in mind they're still under Shifter, which is really good against 6 Sams, so everything needs to go to the grave. Then a normal the Tactical, or I'm sorry, the Anarchist Monk, special the keys on. From here we think, and I think we're going to Dreaming Town, yep. So we summon the Eaglin. That Trap actually gets banished, but we'll move it there in a second because Shifter's still alive. We're going to get Apex Avian, and then we're going to use Unexplored Winds here, tributing Toucan and their keys on to drop the Apex, which gets banished, and then we realize that, yep, the Trap's also getting banished. Then they're going to Asceticism here. We're going to let that go. They're going to summon Spirit of the 6 Samurai, and then we're going to flip Final Attack Orders, which says all face-up monsters on the field are changed to attack position, and their battle positions cannot be changed. The reason we play this is because M-Pen only prevents special summon monsters from activating their effects in attack position, but this essentially means This is essentially skill drain as long as, or actually it's better than skill drain. They can't activate their effects as long as M-Pen is up and this is up. So Spirit is forced to go to attack mode. Then they think for a second, summon the Anarchist the special way, before finally making a synchro that has to come out in attack mode, which can't activate its effects. So they're just going to go to battle phase and swing over the Eaglin. But basically at this point, it's all over. Then alright, so we draw into Gold Sark for the turn. We're gonna Gold Sark into Stree. We're gonna Robin chain 1, Stree chain Toucan chain 2, Stree chain 3 in case they want to negate it off the Sheehan. They're not going to. So we get 2 birds back, and we get Robin's effect to add. I just realized this should actually be Robin's effect, not M-Pen, but we'd have it either way, because then we'd summon the Eagle and do the exact same thing, and they're just going to scoop from here anyway, so no damage done there. So going into game 3, alternatively, we also could have just summoned the Ryza instead of the searched M-Pen, the illegally searched M-Pen. Game 3, we open, guess who? Shifter, because it's only 10 points. They're going to try and play through it. Normal, this Kageki summoning this Doji. Doji's not going to send from deck to grave because it'll get banished. And then they're going to set 2, Cosmic and a Dragon's Mind, which normally is crazy in here because both the Shiens are 25 and Great Shogun is 25. But they're not going to be able to do any plays. And Shifters really compromise that. We drew in a Dark Ruler No More, which doesn't matter here because their board is nothing. Then we Duality into Simorg, Ultimate Slayer, and Robina. Alright, cool. Guess we're going off, right? Ah, man. God, I know I'm going to get so much hate for this video because now this is going to prompt people to try and play Floowandereeze in Genesys. I'm sorry in advance. We normally the Robin, after activating Unexplored Winds, the Cosmic that in Chaindor Robin effect. But guys, you know how this goes. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump into the entire Floowandereeze combo. So I'll make it easier and fast forward through M-Pen, then, you know, Birds, Dreaming Town, the works, Toucan, chain Robin, Toucan, get back the Unexplored. God, it's like Cosmic doesn't even matter. Then we're going to Final Bringer here. Target a monster you control and a card your opponent controls, destroy them. The reason we're playing this, we play this and Econ. I think Econ's in the main and this is in the side. I could be wrong. It might be 1-1. Because it's a really good way to dodge like an Imperm Veiler. And at the same time, it also trades for a card. It's kind of like when people used to play Book of Moon in Floowandereeze. It was also really good to just like blank the bird effect that activated flip it face down if they chained Veiler Imperm. Then the bird would resolve and you'd still get your extra normal summon through that situation. It's kind of the same here. We're going to out the Dragon's Mind, which is actually dead anyway, so it doesn't matter. We're going to swing over just the Kageki for 1,000. Main 2, we're going to activate that, set that, and pass back to them. They're going to draw into Tactical Trainer. We're going to then flip the Dreaming Town, and you guys know how Floowandereeze goes from here. It's pretty straightforward, right? We're going to tribute some of their stuff, flip the rest of it face down off Dreaming Town, get a Ryza for good measure. You know how it goes. I've never hit fast forward this much on a dual replay in my life, but here we are. And so there goes that, there goes this. Ryza throws these back to the top of the deck. And we Duality, because why not? We had Shifter, because we could Stree twice, and technically the Shifter would be live again. We'll do it once here, and Toucan here, and then we realize we locked our zones because of birds, so I guess we'll go to attack mode, have M-Pen swing over, have this swing over, have this swing over, have this swing over. They're not dead, but there's not really much they can top deck, especially in 6 Samurai. You usually need 2 cards to do anything. Set the Dreaming Town pass. They draw into Heroic Envoy. Did not expect this. Adds a Heroic monster from deck to hand. They're going to add Heroic Challenger Morningstar, which is actually kind of cute in this deck. If you have 2 or more warriors, you can special summon it from the hand. If it's normal or special, you can add a Heroic Spell Trap from deck to hand. Albeit, you can either add the Envoy, or you can add this in Heroic Call, which is just a generic monster born for warriors from the hand or grave, doesn't target. But if you don't special summon a Heroic this way, it's effects negated and it can't attack, but let's be fair, they're just using it to like bring back tuners or whatever to quick synchro. Unfortunately, the only thing they get to do with it here is summon Grandmaster, then they're going to have Morningstar Punch or Toucan, and then they're going to give us the game because they know we have it anyways. Yeah, Floo! So the deck list. I do not expect this to last through the next points update, which will probably happen later this week. But if it does, or if it relatively ends up almost untouched, mess with this and see how you can come up with. We are on 2 M-Pen, 1 Apex, 1 Ryza. I don't want to play more than that. Like, this deck's bricky enough already. We are on 2 Simorgh Bird of Perfections because it's a free extra tribute for tribute summon, but also you can get Elborz, the Sacred Lands of the Simorgh, which we are playing as our only field spell, because as you've noticed, we are not playing the Floowandereeze field spell, nor are we playing the Floowandereeze quick play to try to maximize consistency off both Gold Sark and free wins off of Dimension Shifter. So it's the 2 1-in-1, the 2 Simorgh, 1 Robina. We tried 2 in here originally with 3 or 3, but you need both. Like, this is just an auto win, and this card's your consistency. I hate that we have to play this card right now, but we just do. And once you have 1 Robin in circulation, you have it forever. So unless they banish it face down, in which case you're probably not winning that game anyways. So yeah, the one Robin, 3 Eaglin, 2 Taka, and 2 Stree. You just need names, so that's why it's extra. Because you don't want to brick too hard in this deck. 2 Crow in the main, because not only is this free and one of the best hand traps that is free, but it's a wing beast, so we can search it. 3D Shifter. I hope they bump this guy up higher than 10. 1 Elborz. What's cool about this card is you reveal a level 5 or higher wing beast in your hand. This turn you get an extra normal summon of a wing beast monster. I'm sorry. You can normal summon wing beast monsters for 1 less tribute, which is cool if you want to put up like an early Apex. But also, if you control a wing beast monster, you can immediately after it resolves normal summon a wing beast. So if they do hard stop your Eaglin early, which this is the one you normally summon since it is the 3 of, so you go first with this sometimes instead of Robin most of the time. This will give you the extra normal summon to then keep going. And because, so let's say you grabbed Eagle and you do hit one of these or whatever, but they do stop you. These are all wind for this to then reveal it to get you your extra normal, which is cool. And 1 less tribute, so Eagle can just be your 1 tribute for these going into that. 3 unexplored wins, because consistency, it has that draw effect, which does conflict with extravagance, I will admit that, but this obviously is the only pot that's free, so we do kind of have to deal with that. But it's also because this deck is more of a tribute summon deck than anything else, and tribute summon you do through a lot of things, including 1 trap card in the side deck I'll get to in a second that we didn't end up having in the dual replay. Triple pot of extravagance, triple pot of duality, triple gold sarcophagus. You want to banish, you just want Robin, you want to get to Robin because that's the one they put points on, and that is the centerpiece of the deck. Triple swallows Cowrie for the same exact reason, get to Robin as fast as possible, and Crow also counts as a target for this, which is cool. You can like banish a Crow to add any bird, which is nice with this. Double Econ, because in the main deck, whether you go first or second, it's good, like I said earlier, tribute a monster if you're trying to blank like Valor or Imperm, but also switching a monster's battle position while you have M-Pen is really crucial, just to make it so that they can't activate their monster effect, which is pretty good. Yeah, so there's 1 final bringer in the main and 1 final bringer in the side deck for the same reason, blank effects and also just free spot removal. We were on Cosmic Cyclone, but why be on Cosmic Cyclone when this is just better for a lot of reasons, and we have searchable Cosmic Cyclone, which I'll also get to in a second. And then 2 Dreaming Town. In the side deck, we have Glyph the Phantom Bird, which you don't care about this effect. We're not playing Golden Castle. If it's normal or special, you can target a card in your opponent's spell trap zone and destroy it. Keep in mind that does not work on field spells because it's not in the spell and trap zones. But it's searchable MST through Robin, so that's just better than trying to hope to top deck like a Cosmic Cyclone or something. Triple Ultimate Slayer, because we can, and this is also free. Triple Dark Ruler No More, because we can and it's also free. And this deck needs things going second. And if you haven't noticed already, the entire extra deck is just cards to send off Ultimate Slayer. So, you know, there's that. The second final bringer. 2 Ultimate Offering. What? Okay. So, the original plan to make this video was to showcase Ultimate Offering in Floowandereeze. Over time, we learned, like, this is cute. It's really only good going first, so we took it out of the main deck and threw it in the side deck. But this card is insane in this deck, guys. It's during your main or your opponent's battle, you pay 5. Immediately after it resolves, normal summon, set 1 monster, and it's not once per turn, and it's not once per chain either. So, you can do a lot with this, assuming you have 500 life points each time, and, like, the concept of like being in their battle phase and them trying to activate something and you ultimate offering, do the combo, search an Apex, drop the Apex, use an Apex to negate something, and then in that same battle phase, activate him, tribute another thing, summon Apex again, have Apex online for another negate. What's also cute is a lot of the time if you have Dreaming Town or they think you have Dreaming Town, they'll go to battle phase ahead of time to try to force you to either Dreaming Town or, you know, get you to just minus and not use it. And so they get to battle phase and they think they're clear, and then you flip Ultimate Offering, which you can then use at any point in the battle phase, and they're just completely behind. And also, you may also still have the Dreaming Town going into their main too. You can almost like infinite negate. You're not going to get infinite negates because you will run out of birds to use because they're all hard once per turns to free summon. But if you have Unexplored Winds in Ultimate's Offering, you have free spot removal and free negate over and over and over again. Or if it gets to your next turn and you can flip this on your main phase, it's the exact same thing. So it's just like more consistent summons than Dreaming Town. But the downside is Dreaming Town has that grave effect where you can banish it to flip everything face down, which makes this card inevitably better than this. If this was like during your turn or your opponent's turn, obviously this would be the card we'd max 3 of. But because it's limited to only your main phase or the opponent's battle phase specifically, it's not as good. Keep in mind, though, if they do put points on Ultimate Offering, we do have Ultimate Offering, which is arguably the same card. It's during your main, you pay 1,000. You can conduct up to 3 normal summon sets this turn, not just 1, which that might be an interesting thing to try to exploit. And then during the opponent's battle phase, you can pay 5 immediately after resolve normal summon. Each of those effects is hard once, though, so you're only getting this once, and you're only getting this once. But the cute thing is the 3 on your turn, I don't know, could pose interesting if we find ways to abuse it. So if they do ever put this on some kind of points setup, then obviously this will be the backup plan. But either way, as long as if you could figure out a way to make this immediately turn 1 active through, I don't know, Temple to Kings or something, like this has insane potential to be crazy, and especially in a deck that only wants to normal summon as it is. Then the 2 final attack orders, you saw in the showcase why this was kind of nuts. And then finally we cited 3 Symbol Archfiends. We cited this in game too, we just never saw it. It's this turn, neither player can special summon monsters with the same card types, Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, XYZ, or Link that they already control. So, for an example, if they had made Shien prior, the effect negate Shien, and then you see like they put another tuner and a non-tuner on the field, like they're going to go for a second card, Synchro, you can flip this, and then they're locked into only that one Synchro that they already have. They can't make another Synchro. They could make an XYZ, but they can't make another Synchro. But then let's say they make an XYZ, then they can't make another XYZ. They can only have one of each card type, essentially. And then things to send off of Slayer. We have 2 Fossil Warrior Skull Knights because it banishes to pop a monster. We have 2 Fossil Machine Skull Wagons because it banishes to pop a spell trap. We have 2 Wind Ignisters, which is cute. The reason this is all so weirdly out of order is because my OCD kills me if it's not even in some capacity. Triple Garura to draw, triple Malong to bounce, triple Aggregator to negate face-ups, and obviously you want some combination of Synchros, Fusions, and XYZs. You might actually want a couple more XYZs, so like put these down to 2, just so you have like an even number. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you want that 6 Sam list, I'll try to get that too. Also, we only are at 93 points in here. We were on a small Dogmatica package originally with Ecclesia as like a 2 of and Punishment, or as a 1 or a 2 of as well, and you can fit that in still and be at 99. You could also just go the route of like playing a single copy of Book of Moon, and that's your 100, or you could play the 1 Book of Eclipse and you're at 98, and I don't know, you could do something crazy with like Creature Swap, because that's only 1 point, which is kind of funny. You hand your opponent a bird, you take one of their cool cards, and you know, I can't believe I'm saying this, but there is 7 points available in this build specifically to add more things to. Again, I don't expect that to last because this will inevitably gain points. This should go up in points. You could play a single Drone Lock if you wanted in here. You also can play Dimensional Fissure in here because it's 0. I would not like to make it a favorite, thank you. And you can also play Macrocosmos because it's 0. The deck banishes, right? So there's a lot of different ways to make Flu playable, in Genesys, you just have to break the norm of the consistency and accept the fact that, like, yeah, the quick play's not in here, but the quick play grabs you a bird or the field spell, and we're not playing the field spell, so it just grabs you a bird. So this is arguably the exact same thing, because you need to banish a winged beast for the other one anyways. And then the field spell, as it is consistency, still only matters if you have another bird in hand to reveal to then get the other bird. And again, like I've showed you guys, the consistency can kind of just be enabled through stuff like this instead. So the field spell's only real big upside at that point is that you get the normal summon when they normal summon, but you have that backup plan in Ultimate Offering. Unfortunately, it's not searchable, but, you know, there's give and takes to all of this stuff. I think Flu, surprisingly enough, has ways to be broken in Genesys that just people aren't on, because originally they all look at the 33, 33, and 33 and just think, well, you can't play the deck any other way. And I'm here to tell you, well, you kind of can. So let me know what you think. If there's things that I haven't brought up in here that you guys think we could break this deck even further with, please leave the comments down below. I would love to make this a more consistent powerhouse for sure. And if you guys want me to like play it at one of our local Genesys tournaments, I definitely can. I tried it last week, but it wasn't finished, and we weren't playing 3 Shifter and 3 Sark. It was just Sarks and 2 Robin. You definitely needed something like Shifter to counteract just your opponent's hard-hitting plays. So, and we were on this instead, and it was okay, but I actually like this version of it better, just because it feels more consistent. Also, that list I think was like 43, and you don't want to play this deck at more than 40 if you can, because of you just want to see the consistency on the birds. But let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one.